Shame. Shame. Shame.
Shame TV 2. What's going on, people? You know who it is. It's your host here.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Just here. Shame TV 2. What's going on, people? You know who it is. It's your host here. Okay. I had to mute that for a second. I was going in with the thing still on. So what's going on tonight, people? We got a couple things we're going to talk about. Y'all come in, give me some likes when y'all come in. That's only if you don't mind. Give me a couple dislikes if you are so inclined. So I don't want nobody, oh man, feeling that you obligated to like my video, like certain niggas who say stupid ass shit out their mouth, like they want you to pay to make comments on their videos and shit. I think that shit is retarded.
Shame.
But
shame. Shame.
Nevertheless, is what we deal with today in this so-called conscious community. What up, what up, what up, D Prince?
Peace of the family. I'm reporting to you live from Hong Kong. Just getting.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Yeah, that is who you think it is. Brother Noak, Brother Cavity.
Peace of the family. I'm reporting to you live from Hong Kong. Just getting.
Shame. Shame.
He's taking his scam into Hong Kong now, y'all. This shit is gone completely international. He's gone over to the UK, and he's scamming people. Now he's going to Hong Kong and he's attempting to scam some people. You gonna fuck around and get left over there though. You keep that shit up, Polight. On some real shit.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
So before I close my screen out, I always gotta come to the people since I was accused of being afraid to show my face, you know. So sometimes you gotta come to the people and let them know it's you. Let them know what's going on with you. Let them know you're still here. Let them know you're not a clone. Let them know that you're not, you're not an agent for the community or against the community or whatever the fuck that stupid shit them niggas be saying. And we're going to get into all of that tonight. But real quick, I wanted to give a shout out to Polight's family, his real family.
Shame.
Polight did a video and he took it down already, which I wish I had downloaded it, but I didn't. That's why I got YouTube Red, so I don't have to miss stuff all the time. When these niggas take shit down, I could just snatch that shit right off and have it. But this dumbass nigga Polight goes on his little Rycon channel, which is doing horribly, let me say that. I'm happy to say how horrible that page is doing compared to his other, how he was before. But anyway, he took the video down or whatever, and the shit was, the story was about, or the video was about his family, and he was talking about how supposedly, we're gonna say supposedly his family was giving him flack about being a rich guy and not looking out for his family. Well, I want to give a quick message. This ain't gonna be long. I ain't about to talk about Polight for 2 hours or none of that shit. But what I'm about to do is say this to his family and whoever is out there that's possibly listening. This nigga is a fucking scam artist, and it's not gonna stop. To his family, he is operating off of the illusion of wealth. Okay, he's operating off the illusion of wealth. I can show you that in some videos to come. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you how this nigga is literally, and when I say literally, I mean literally making videos out of timeshares and shit and saying that they're his home. Like when you go to the average black person's home, black man or woman's home, one of the #1 things you see in there is shit on the wall, pictures of them, their family. If I take you right now, down this hallway into my living room and den area, yo, you're gonna see pictures on the wall. You're gonna see pictures of me and my family. You're gonna see pictures of my mother and my kids when they were babies. Shit like that on the wall, like any other fucking black family in the history of black families who have homes in the United States. So the fact of the matter is, this nigga keeps walking around doing shit like this. Yeah, you know, we out here and shit. You know, we all, nigga, how come there's never no pictures on the wall? Never. There's never no like throw rugs on the floor, African throw rug, or red, black, and green throw rug, or it, like shit you would expect to see in a nigga like that's house who's talking the shit that he talks, who says the shit that he says. Shit like that you would expect to fucking see. You don't see any of that shit. When you look at the bedrooms, nigga, because I'm looking at the back scenery when he's doing the fucking stream. So I'm like, yo, that's not your crib. That's not your crib, dog. There's no way in hell you living in that crib and it ain't a jacket thrown across the bed or something. There's no way in hell, dog. That's not your crib. It's not your fucking crib. You're a fucking clown, and I'm exposed the fuck out of you every time. But we'll listen to this dipshit.
Peace to the family.
I gotta go dark on y'all in a second.
This
is supposed to be Mason right
Peace
here.
to the family.
I'm gonna keep doing it until the Moors or Masons come holler.
So I want to build you up,
because that's not what I heard it called.
This segment is called "Get Your Knowledge Now." I'm done. And what this means is I'm not giving up.
Just for
being
a little
teaching
while.
The community. I got a couple disturbing emails from some people. Peace to the family. Oh, there we go. Peace to the family. Yeah, we on live. So I want to build you up, and this segment is called "Get Your Knowledge Now." I'm done. And what this means is I'm not giving up being a teacher in the community. I got a couple disturbing emails from some people saying that
shame, shame, shame.
Okay, let's establish some shit before we move on. First off, Polight, you are not a teacher. None of you niggas are teachers. Jabari's not a teacher. Polight is not a teacher. Reggie is not a teacher. Shaka is not a teacher. Young Pharaoh is not a teacher. All these SETI, and I fuck with SETI and them niggas, but you're not a teacher. I'm just sick of that shit going around. Stop calling everybody's a fucking teacher. Everybody's a fucking instructor. Everybody's a this, that, and the third, man. Stop that bullshit, yo. Stop that fucking bullshit.
Shame, shame, shame.
I'm about to use another speaker. That shit do that again. There we go.
Shame, shame, shame.
But we'll continue to listen.
Hey, you know, why you don't teach no more? And I constantly teach. I teach everywhere I go. But I understand what they're saying. They want the YouTube demonstrations, the Facebook Lives, the video, the short clips on Instagram being posted. And I'm down with still doing all that.
Of course you are.
Shame, shame, shame.
Now what's going on right here, guys? Let's start dissecting this fool. People want him to come back to YouTube so he can start doing videos on YouTube. He came back to YouTube, not as Brother Polight, not with all the website shit attached to it like he had before, none of the fuckery, none of that shit, because he already got exposed with that.
Shame.
Okay, that's already been pulled out and he's been exposed. So what's going on now is he wants to come back to YouTube. So he's going under the guise that people are asking him to come back to YouTube. But he's come back as Rycon. Apparently. And at this moment, Rycon is at 3,700 600 subscribers. Now, that is a decent page for anyone who is on YouTube to have that many subscribers. That's a decent page, or a somewhat decent page. You know, it's not a heavy hitter, but it damn sure ain't like you riding around with 100 subscribers talking shit like Shame TV too.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
But it's nowhere near the glory that Polight enjoyed in his heyday. In his heyday, he was the man. In his heyday, he was 50,000, 30,000 subs strong. I know a lot of them were paid for. But that's not the point, guys. Look how the mighty have fallen. Running around here scamming people. Now he's in Hong Kong just after he just got finished getting dragged all over the UK for going out there and scamming people again.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Nothing is new with this fucking bum. But what we are going to attack here, not necessarily tonight, but we might do it tonight if we got enough time. We definitely, about to attack this whole teacher shit. And I'm including everybody. It ain't no, the gloves is off on this one as far as certain people that I don't really bang on because they don't do shit as far as for me to be banging on them. So, or saying or commenting or critiquing what they doing. But at the same time, this shit right here, this teacher shit, this everybody is so smart. Everybody read 2 books and now they're your teachers. This whole, I'm an instructor, I'm going to get on YouTube because I have a YouTube page and a chalkboard. Now I'm a fucking teacher. That shit is going down.
Shame. Shame.
That's right, Bill.
Shame.
It's going down.
But I've really come to terms in my travels. I've been on that island tour, so I've been going to different islands, different countries, raising people up, raising their awareness as far as holistic health and retrospect to couples' relationships and the impact that health has on people's relationships.
Retrospect to couples. Can anyone tell me what the fuck that means? Retrospect to couples in a relationship? What the fuck? Looking back at couples in their relationship? What are you talking about, nigga? This is prime example of this nigga just saying shit.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
And I'm not the type to do the same thing 2 years in a row. I've never been that type. So
shame. Shame. Shame.
I beg to differ, Polight. And this is definitely 2 years in a row that you've been doing this.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Brother Polight, with an ongoing situation. Now, I've been following this brother for years, since his Daishiki days when he was teaching in the Wabi bookstore. So when I hear about all these scamming business, I didn't believe it because I know when you become successful, popular, allegations, slander is going to come your way. But when something happens to you, to your own people, in your circle, it becomes a lot more different. Now, I recently visited my sister, and she told me she was scammed by Brother Polight. 10 grand you took from this woman. You say that the black woman is God. Queen of Thor has been made aware of this. Your publicist, the Tales, Miss Wright, stop ignoring the woman. Every time she messages you on WhatsApp, you will open it. And we know that you read the message because the blue text appeared. We got all the phone calls recorded. We got all the messages, the emails, the 40 checks that you've been sending unsigned.
Now, why would these people go through all of this shit to just to bring down Polight? This brother is going ham on his Instagram. What up, Triple C? Leonard in the building. I see you. This nigga is going ham on his motherfucking Instagram right now. This shit is recent, yo. This shit is current. This is not something that is just, we just talking about that happened back in the day when Polight was doing the stupid shit he was doing. Nah, dog, this shit is right here, smack dab in your face, current. All of this shit is current. This nigga's talking about he don't like to do the same thing. Nigga, you've been doing the same fucking thing since day fucking one. Day one, Polight hit this scene to fuck niggas over. All he needed was a little bit of help. And the help that he got was from Sarnetta. Now, I'm going to say this right now to Polight's family. I don't care that he took the video down of what he was saying about his real family, addressing his real family. Now, let me say this right here, allegedly addressing his real family. So, you know, here at Shame TV, Shame TV 2, Derek Jones Talks Live, go subscribe if you haven't already. You already know that we don't do that just going off of what fucking Polight says. We already know that you're a fucking scam artist. We already know that you're a fucking liar. So the fact that we already know that you're a liar, we have to take every situation different and really kind of dissect each situation with this nigga, because you never know. Like, his family could probably have said absolutely nothing to him. Absolutely nothing. Given the situation, from the little bit that I do know about Polight's real family, yo, them niggas ain't nobody even really in the hood like that. So what they would be needed from this nigga, I'm not aware of.
Shame. Shame.
But
Shame.
that's neither here nor there, because somebody's situation could look a certain way to you, but be really fucked up for them. So I'm not going to sit there and comment on that too much. And what I am going to say, though, is to his family, yo, to his real family, if this is true, if you are looking at this nigga be all over the place and appear that he is well living the high life, yo, he's not. Niggas who live the high life got a crib. I don't care that you travel, because it's a lot of people who travel and they use timeshares because they travel. But they still, the money that you say you got, nigga, them niggas got a base crib somewhere. That when they're not doing none of this shit, this is their home. This is where their safe is. This is where their kids' clothes is. This is where all their wives' jewelry is. This is where everything that they have is. The pictures on the wall of their family, etc. This is where all of these things are, at their base home. He doesn't have a base home. I already told you. Just watch his videos when he's recording himself walking around them fucking houses, yo. There's not a picture anywhere. There's not a coffee table with a floral arrangement that he bought. I mean, that his girl went out and bought and picked and shit like that. And shit, none of that shit. It doesn't look like the crib has been decorated at all. At all. If you look at them, they haven't been decorated at all. So the point is, nigga, I don't believe you're living in any of these shits. And the only reason I'm saying that shit is because, like we always say here, you said these were your houses. Even the one right now that I'm not even screen sharing and showing where he's doing the video, I'm not even showing that right now. Even the one right now, that's not his crib. Fucking dipshit, yo.
It's to turn to hell with. That's kind of like what I'm saying. When things go to hell, more people will appreciate the teachings, the spiritual tools that I've been giving them throughout the years, and they will take into account the preparatory knowledge that I've been giving them.
Now he's giving out preparatory knowledge.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Yo, this nigga Polight, yo, said when the shit hits the fan, y'all gonna realize all the shit that Brother Polight was trying to teach you and all the preparatory knowledge that Brother Polight was giving you. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Brother Polight is never giving you anything. Everything that Polight has ever said, dog, has literally been handcrafted, handwritten, copied directly from another motherfucker. Everything. Everything he's ever said to you. There's nothing that Polight has done. This man has said that he's written, how many books he said he's written? Guys, I can't remember the lie. Remember the lie that he used to tell about the books that he wrote? Like, I've written such number of books. It was always around that certain number. And he would always say things like, it was when he was on his Black Woman is God shit. And when he was running around saying how Black Woman is God, all that shit, and then turning around, you know, and scamming the shit out of him. But that's neither here nor there. But anyway, when he was on his Black Woman is God thing or tip, he was more or less saying how his wives are his gods. And now listen to this fucker. His wife is his God. They sustain him. When they see him doing powerful, positive shit in the community, it arouses them. And so he, of course, like any man, wants the arousal and loves the attention and arousal of his wives. So that's what be charging him and energizing him to write books and this, that.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Yo, all you niggas is fucking hilarious, man. I'm gonna keep saying that shit. Sonetta, you the king hilarious, nigga, because you be thinking that you not. And speaking of Sonetta, we gonna definitely get on that old fuck ass shit tonight. Sonetta, why you ducking me, bitch ass nigga? You scared, nigga. Yes, I am going to gloat. I am going to gloat. I am going to talk shit. I am going to really, really, really enjoy this victory over Sonetta. It is sweet. It feels so good. Sonetta claims to be the king of the conscious community. You got all these other niggas dick riding this nigga, and they dick ride this nigga like he's the king. You know what I'm saying? From Michael Edwards, who will probably push his own fucking mother down the stairs for Sonetta. You know what I'm saying? He'll do whatever Sonetta tells him. Baba Haru or Baba TV, the tall fucking Thurgood Marshall looking nigga. Baba TV.
Shame.
That nigga, Baba
Shame.
TV is Mace Tyrell.
Shame.
And only the Game of Thrones people will know what that means. He's Mace Tyrell. He will do whatever Tywin tells him to do. And that's Baba Haru. He signed that as Mace Tyrell. So yeah, man, like this, we're gonna listen to some more. This is Polight. He's going
economics. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, you could use the information that I've been disseminating to your better advantage without me. It just is more effective when you do it with me.
What up,
depending on the
Jeff?
person and most people
Soul
in
Journey.
particular, because of course there's always additional information. Okay.
Okay.
So it's love. It's love. I just want you to know that it's love. You know, and then there goes the dummies. He said he's 34. Laugh out loud. Like there's no reason to lie about my age.
Shame. Shame.
There's a lot of reasons for you to lie about your age. Now, number one, we've already discovered that Polight is a 40-year-old man. Okay, he's a damn near 40-year-old man, if not over 40. So that ain't even no more discussion. Polight is not, nigga. In 2015, you was saying you was 33. Nigga, this is 2018. And you only moved up 1 year. Yo, these niggas be forgetting the fucking lies they tell, G. Like, they tell these fucking lies and fucking forget the lies that they tell, yo. They forget the fucking lies they tell. That's the only thing I can attribute this to. Nigga, you said, for me being a 33-year-old man, out in these elders, because you was talking shit. You was kind of like Pharaoh, talking shit about other people being older. And older niggas not fucking with older niggas or whatever. So, and the older brother in the community and this, that, and the third, placing yourself as some sort of young, yeah, Shane Bell's coming. Phenom.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Nigga, you said that shit. We ain't call you no young phenom. The only person who was calling you a young phenom was Sonetta and yourself, basically. We ain't call you no young phenom. So you was presenting yourself as being young and having so much intelligence and blah, 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 blah. And then when Pharaoh came around, you were an elder. Pharaoh needed to respect his elders. Remember that shit when they was arguing? And that nigga Polight was like, Pharaoh needs to respect his elders. This nigga Polight. But yeah, there's plenty of reasons for you to lie about your age.
People are very, very sick. My name is Michael Noak, N-O-A-K. It's so simple. There's nothing to lie about. Like, I'm 34 years old.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Now, when we were coming out telling you that this man's name was Michael Noak Jr., when we were coming out and telling you that this nigga is not Taz Hane, Bond, whatever his last name is, I forget, Bond's father. That her father's from New York, nigga, the whole nice, the fuck out of here. You're not her father. You're not none of the shit you say. You can get mad all you want. You could call niggas haters. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say. One thing I know for sure is you are not any of the shit that you claimed you were. Everything that you fucking said was a fucking lie. Still to right now. I'm going on tour. No, nigga, you got people who still believe me. I told y'all, it was a brother at my job who was, we were building, we always build, and he was good builds too. And he was making a point. You know what I'm saying? So he's not a polite dick rider, but at the same time, he was making a point and he was using Polight, some shit Polight had said. He had heard Polight say one time when I think it was the Breakfast Club or some shit like that. So I was like, damn, that's crazy, because in his mind, all he know is he heard this brother, he was on the Breakfast Club, he was saying some real shit. He was saying some righteous shit or whatever, like Polight always saying some smart shit. He's always saying something that sounds wonderful. You know what I'm saying? So that's how he moves. So anyway, when I had to tell him, like, yo, I hear what you're saying about what that nigga's saying, but just keep in your mind, yo, that nigga's a scam artist. You could take the shit he says sometimes because he'll repeat and regurgitate some smart shit. But that nigga, no. That nigga's a fucking scam artist. I know that for a fact.
Shame.
And if your name is Michael Noak, like you finally admitting, you're related to the Noak family, nigga, and all them niggas is fucking Africans, nigga.
Shame.
Like we was saying all the time.
It's so simple. I don't tell these stories. You know what's interesting? A lot of other people that you get information from, you don't know who their wife is. You don't know what's the name of their girlfriend. You don't know how much children they actually have out here.
How many children, you smart dipshit? It was time to go dark. I gotta go extracurricular again. Now, here we go. The reason why you don't know that shit about most people who's on the internet's family is because we're not out here hustling our family via the internet.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
The reason why you know all the Smiths, Jada, Will, everybody, the kids who actors, whatever, is because they're engulfed in celebrity and in fame, and they all be in movies and shit like that, and music, songs, and videos, etc. Basically, that family is a traveling troupe of thespians.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
So being the fact that they're a traveling group of thespians, of course we would know who the fuck they are. Of course we would know who they are. The same reason I mentioned Taz Hanae Barnes being on Push and all that shit. Nigga, that's a fact. And if you keep it up, I still have that shit in my computer. And I'll push that shit out and show and anything you have to say to me, I didn't put that shit there. I'm just using fair use, which I can, and look at it and say, hey, wow, here's this shit right here. And her name is Taz Hanae B. And it's the same girl that be with you, G. She's on push.com, on the fucking little Push website. I didn't make that shit up. I didn't go take no pictures and put somebody there and say, let me talk about somebody and say, no, nigga is there. You should be wondering why the fuck maybe you didn't know that. Now you should know.
Shame. Shame.
I know for a fact that
Shame.
Sarnetta still works with him, because when Sarnetta was on Triple C's channel the other day with his little Q&A, he was fucking defending that nigga at every fucking turn. And every time she would bring up anything legitimate about his fucking his fuckery, you know what I'm saying, and what Polight's done, and the fact that this nigga has actually done nothing to prevent that shit, nothing to inform people about that shit. He's done absolutely nothing. Nothing. He claims that there's some fan Sarnetta. This is Sarnetta talking. This is Sarnetta.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
He claims that there's some phantom audio in his archive, some phantom live stream. What up, Boogie? Some phantom live archive somewhere, or video in his archive where Polight donated $200 to his award show, no longer called the Apollo Award Show.
Shame. Shame.
As I predicted.
Shame.
As I said from day fucking one, he will never step foot in that building with no goddamn award show. But anyway, Polight donated to his award show. So since Polight donated to his award show, $200 was the amount that he gave. So the $200 that he donated, Sarnetta said he's heard all this supposed scamming shit. So what he did with the $200 was hold a live stream for anybody who was scammed by Polight, that they could come through, and if they could show that Polight scammed them, like the brother said, text messages, emails, all of that shit. Thank you, Keisha Ray. $200 would equal $1 for each victim that was scammed.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
But this fucking lying ass old man says that he held a live stream in which he gave the $200 back. Now, let me say this correctly. That's not what he said. He said he held a live stream to give back the $200 to anybody who could prove that Polight was scamming him. Never mentioned who he gave the money to. Yeah, you didn't think we caught that?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Didn't think we caught that? What up, Skills? Yeah. You didn't give back shit because you never said you did. You said you held a live stream, and if someone could show you that he was scamming, you would give that shit back. You ain't ever admit to giving back anything. But yes, Polight is telling all. He is finally revealing that his name is Michael Noak. And all I have to say to his family again is beware. Do not take any of that money. If it is true, the video that he just deleted off his page, if it's true that you guys are giving him flack about him supposedly being rich and not sharing with you guys or helping you guys out, no, no, no. You don't want any part of that fucking money.
Shame. Shame.
Please beware.
Shame.
You don't want any parts of that fucking money.
You know very little about them. Me, on the other hand, I tell you my full name. I tell you stuff. Even that.
Hold on. Look at
things that turn to hell. When things go to hell, more people will appreciate the teachings, the spiritual tools that I've been giving them throughout the years. And they will take into account the preparatory knowledge that I've been giving them in the form of economics. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, you could use the information that I've been disseminating to your better advantage without me.
Polight always just started a business.
Depending on the person and most people in particular. Because, of course, there's always additional information. Okay? So it's love. It's love. I just want you to know that it's love. You know, and then there goes the dummies. He said he's 34. Laugh out loud. Like, there's no reason to lie about my age. People are very, very sick. My name is Michael Noak. N-O-A-K. It's so simple. There's nothing to lie about. Like, I'm 34 years old. I was born August 10th. It's so simple. I don't tell these stories. You know what's interesting? A lot of other people that you get information from,
Shame.
You don't know who their wife is. You don't know what's the name of their girlfriend. You don't know how much children they actually have out here on these streets. You know very little about them. Me, on the other hand, I tell you my full name. I tell you stuff about my father. I tell you my.
He tells you his full name after a year of calling this nigga by his full name.
Shame. Shame.
And him vehemently denying that that is him. Now, all of a sudden, hold on. Okay. Now, all of a sudden, after a year of calling you by your real name, because we knew what the fuck your real name was. That's how we knew how old you really were. After a year of calling this nigga by his real name, and him basically denying that shit till the cows come home, now all of a fucking sudden, yo, I tell you who I am. I listen to the mental manipulation. I tell you who I am. No, you didn't. When we were calling you by your name, you were fucking laughing, saying that we were sick and we were crazy. That's what you was doing. You did that.
Shame. Shame.
These niggas, yo.
Shame.
I just give you information after information after information. And still, it's like not enough. And this is why I don't want to deal with the community.
Now, the information that you're giving,
shame, shame,
is not
shame.
The information that we're asking for. We're asking for information in regards to scamming. See, you're suffering from the Umar syndrome. You are talking about shit that we're not talking about. We're not asking you about just sharing information. We want specific information shared. And the specific information that we would like shared is about scamming. You see, we don't want just information. No one needs just information, especially Polight when we're asking for specific information. We'd like this specific information.
Too much poisonous, toxic people like that. They don't offer you nothing in the community. They offer you absolutely nothing. You know, Elijah Muhammad said they love the devil because he gives them nothing. You got people who offer you nothing but want to take away from people that contribute to your lives. And
now,
Shame.
if the devil
Shame.
is someone who offers absolutely nothing and takes, this is what I mean, guys, again, when I tell y'all, I just use what they say. I take what they say and rock off what they say. This nigga said, basically, the devil is somebody who just takes and doesn't give you anything. Polight's whole conscious community career has existed of taking and not giving anybody shit. So by his own words, I'm gonna judge him.
Shame. Shame.
That's one more.
Shame.
you were to ask them, okay, we get rid of Brother Polight, what will you give us in place of him? Oh, they don't think that far.
Did you hear this shit? This nigga just said, if you take away Brother Polight, what are you gonna give in the place of him? Who the fuck are you niggas? If you take away Sarnetta, who gonna replace him? Anybody. Maybe that's what we need. A bunch of people probably would have popped up by now if it wasn't for you in the situation that you have. What's up, baby?
Shame.
Hold on.
Shame.
On the table. Yeah, the package, right? It should be on the table. Yes. Nigga. Y'all can listen to more.
Don't have nothing for you. They just want to get rid of people who make whatever type of contributions they make. And then when you say, okay, when he's gone, put somebody in a place. So I pulled off that effect. Look at this gorgeous woman.
Oh, stop. I'm not even supposed to be on here.
You're not. You're not. She's so gorgeous. What happened? Why you not?
Shame.
Oh, he didn't have to do that.
He didn't want you to give it to him. He's the daddy.
Yeah, that's true. Man. Back to this. She's so damn gorgeous. Come here. Ah, you jealous.
Why those hugs always look like friend hugs?
Oh, wow. Yeah, so that's the reason I'm retiring, to tell you the truth. It's true. It's the reason. That's part of this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Part of the conversation.
Shame. Shame.
We'll talk when she gets in the house. We'll have a intimate conversation when she gets in. Who wouldn't? Who the freak wouldn't? Look at that. Yeah, but now that's Victoria. She's lovely. She's amazing. But yeah, what I'm saying is
shame.
Hey Victoria.
Shame.
What's up?
Shame.
You know anything about this nigga scamming? I mean, you floating around with him, so we just asking the question. If you weren't a public figure or out putting yourself out in the public with him, I probably wouldn't ask you anything. But the fact that you are, I really feel the need for the people and for everybody to just at least ask you, you know, are you engaging in scam artist shit with this nigga? Do you know that there's a sister out there in the UK who's basically saying, yo, this nigga owes me bread and is playing me out of my bread? Do you know that one of his supposed ex-wives who actually was fucking with and is married or was married or whatever the fuck to Music Soul Child, do you know that she actually right? Do you know that she openly came out and said that, yeah, Polight is a scam artist because he actually uses her name to go out and pretend in the world, just using her name and then try to get money off of that shit and not give anything back, of course, for it. So it's not me. I'm not accusing him of scamming me, except in the Kim on trial debate that I paid for from Sonetta. Y'all scam me because if I knew y'all was fuck niggas and thespians, I wouldn't have ordered that shit. So I feel scammed. So I'm also a victim, guys.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Said Victoria shaved her hair off and slapped on a wig. Yo, this is this whole community, man. It's funny how it just operates this way, but it is what it is. But I just wanted to say that before we continue to Ms. Victoria, who's supposedly so lovely. I hope you know that there are people out here, women out here who are saying this. And maybe you, as a woman, will feel that it's not cool. You know, that woman probably has children and you got some nigga who's, first off, claiming to be rich and all this shit. Why are you running around taking bread from people all the time? Shit just baffles the fuck out of me. So that's all. We'll continue.
I have a great deal of love for the community, but I noticed something. This community isn't really designed for people to be more successful. And so I'm at a quandary because
it's not designed for people to be successful because you got a group of individuals who were attempting to make a syndicate, a YouTube syndicate. Like you were a YouTube rites of passage, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And that's what was actually going on. Like that's what really got exposed. And amidst all of this shit, what really got exposed was the fact that there was some sort of YouTube syndicate, attempting to be launched against the people. That's what happened. And we through finding out the scams and the fuckery and this and that, that's what we end up with. That's what we come to. We come to the conclusion that, you know what? These niggas is handling everything like some rites of passage shit. Sonetta and a few other people at top are acting like they're the bosses and they make all the rules. The way he addresses people, the way he attempts to make contracts with people is just telling of all of that shit. So that's what really got uncovered. That this individual, along with others, were a part of a group of people who were attempting to make this shit a syndicate and make prosperity be only through them. Only through their way. Only through the Black African, Egypt blended way could you make it and be productive. That's why the niggas that's around Sonetta right now do what? Black, African, Egypt, meshed all together way. That was the way that they chose. It was no different than the Jews And when niggas was in Khazaria and they chose Judaism, when they were surrounded and on all sides by enemies and had to pick a side, and they picked a side, and the side they picked was Judaism. Well, that's what happened in this YouTube shit. Everybody had to pick Sanetta's side. Reggie, all them niggas, Shaka, all them niggas had to pick that side. You had to capitulate in some manner to that side. You had to say shit like, we was in Egypt, or Egypt, you had to mention it. So you had to deal in it because that's what Sanetta was pushing. With the help of this weird.
You know, people literally send me messages saying, I got a message for someone telling me, stay middle class. If you stay middle class or lower, it can work out. You can be happy with some material things and we can be happy. But if you go beyond middle class Polight, it's not going to work out. And I'm like, yo, what kind of crazy talk is this? But
I guarantee you he made that up. Hook line, every single fucking word.
Shame. Shame.
Shit's hurting my ears.
Shame.
I'm just trying to listen to this shit. Derrick Jones Talks Live, Shame TV. Go subscribe. Also, my nigga Dizzy Cochran, don't forget about him over there. Right now we're here at Shame TV too.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
We're gonna take a quick break. It's only quick. Don't worry about it. Maybe a minute, maybe less.
you're looking at a sovereign citizen.
I do not need the fact of U.S. corporations to represent my children as artificial entities that function with birth certificates.
But to understand how we got to this point, I need to start at the beginning.
Just pull the left curve right here. That's fine.
I'm an Officer Walkenfeld of the Oakland Area Office of the California Highway Patrol, and pay attention to what's about to go down.
Can I see those license plates? So why aren't these on the car?
No response, but she hands Walkenfeld a multi-page letter.
Do you have your ID on you? Okay, you do need identification.
When the driver refuses to give any form of ID, Officer Walkenfeld makes a radio call.
Can I get a second unit? Hi, quickly. Got a party and stuff. Here's some ID.
This goes on for quite a while, then the officer takes a different approach.
What's your last name, ma'am?
She refers him to the multi-page sheets she handed him. Then she asks that he call a sheriff deputy to respond.
Okay, I'm not going to call the sheriff's out here because I'm here. Have you ever had a California driver's license or ID card?
She again insists that he read the letter.
There's a lot of info for me to read right now.
Then things change slightly. She doesn't want the camera around, meaning me.
I'm a member of the media, and he has the right to record in public. So he's public citizen. You're not a public citizen?
And since the driver didn't have any form of ID or registration and no proof of insurance,
Let me see the keys to the car then.
then she questions Officer Walkenfeld's right to pull her over.
CHP is California Highway Patrol. You're in the state of California. You're on a public roadway. You definitely have jurisdiction. Basically, she's saying she doesn't even have a driver's license. She doesn't even have registration. She doesn't even have insurance.
Apparently, at one time, she did have a valid driver's license. That being said,
You can't drive the vehicle with a suspended driver's license.
so what exactly is a sovereign citizen?
A sovereign citizen is a citizen who has given up being a citizen of the United States.
So she's issued a ticket for
It's for driving with a suspended license and then for not having insurance.
the minivan goes to car jail.
I can come and pick you guys up, but I'm taking a car.
Her husband pleads that they not impound the car.
I may have been willing to do that if she didn't have a prior in this car for driving on a suspended license that she completely never went to court on. She just ignored the ticket.
Then she reads a 10-minute manifesto.
Kim L., formerly known as
The end. And yes, the car was towed, and the entire family, along with 8 car seats, were transferred to another vehicle. In East Oakland, Stanley Roberts, Prime 4 News. Hey, this is Stanley Roberts. Subscribe to this channel. If you've already done so, thank you very much.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
What is going on? We are back. Shame TV 2. Time to get ready to switch gears so that we could close out sooner than later. I can't deal with it anymore. Nope. It's just everything that spews out of his mouth is horseshit. So when you know that for a fact, it doesn't help your ears if you're the type of person I am. So that's that. But if you guys heard the audio, again, I want you to know first and foremost, I don't agree with any of that. I don't agree that anyone should be able to take someone's car off them for driving on roads that they paid for. You know, like I don't agree with any of that shit. What up, Dorian?
Shame.
Healthy heavyweights
Shame.
is in the building. Peace, peace.
Shame.
Yeah, I don't believe in none of that shit. I don't condone that shit. I don't appreciate any of it. And I don't care what anyone says when they say the law, because I don't know what that means. That term is ambiguous, and you know it is. You know it is. You know you don't really know what that means. And you know for something to play an integral part in your everyday life so much as it could remove you from life itself, the law, you should know specifically what that shit is, how it operates. You should have learned that shit in the 4th grade to 12th grade, not at law school. That's an intentional thing that's being done. And I'm calling that shit.
Shame.
I'm calling bullshit on it.
Shame. Shame.
But she was in L. Now, that's the point that I did the video for. She was in L. And I feel sorry for her and her family. First off, again, let me say that, because I don't think I said that yet. That I think is fucked up, and for her family to have gone through something like that. Over simply just traveling down the fucking street. Like, what the fuck, man? If I'm a competent adult, I should be able to fucking operate my car without your permission. Point blank,
Shame.
period.
Shame. Shame.
But like I said, she was in L. So we're going to focus just on that part. What's going on with the Moors? What up, son? A young phenom. Yeah, right. He better get that woman her fucking money back. Talking about doing videos about him chilling and retiring, and he's traveling. And this nigga's in Hong Kong trying to scam motherfuckers.
Peace of the family. I'm reporting to you live from Hong Kong.
This nigga, what are you doing in Hong Kong?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
There was probably a connecting flight from somewhere. This dipshit is just trying to act like he's in the illustrious pickpockets.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Grand apperset of theft. Grand apper theft. This nigga's the illustrious grand apper theft.
Shame.
Fuck out of here. This nigga just said, peace to the family. I'm live from Hong Kong.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
That nigga's probably in Des Moines, Iowa or some shit. Polight is in Des Moines, Iowa, talking about some live from Hong Kong.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
That's why you don't see nobody in the background. Soul brother Tubuku. Oh shit. Oh, go home, soul brother. This is not your war.
Shame. Shame.
There's no way in hell
Shame.
he's in Hong Kong doing anything. Scamming from Harlem to Hong Kong. Oh man, Polight, you's a fucking weirdo, man. And your whole team, G. But yeah, man, we gonna switch gears a little bit. We wanna know why these Moors is getting in all this shit, yo, with these police and ain't nothing happening. And then the ones that do get into it, they don't say anything about being a Moor. Not any of the shit they say to us in the video.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I haven't heard one of them ask the cop what's his nationality.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Because I feel that for as much information that all Moorish Americans have given out, male and female, brother and sister, that we should have way, way more video evidence of you guys being successful with the stuff that you're talking about and the things that you're using.
Shame. Shame.
Because you're definitely
Shame.
selling this shit. You damn sure ain't handing it out and giving it away. You're selling people shit, and they need to know that, yo, this shit will get your car fucking snatched right from you.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I don't believe, like, I don't believe that, again, that the information is wrong, man. I know that these people are colluding. I know that they're running it as a business. I know that the judge in the case is a former lawyer. Just like we talked about before with the case with a dude out in, I think it was Arizona, and he went in there and shot in the fucking school, and they're fucking talking about, oh, he was mentally whatever the fuck, and they're going out saying that he might not be able to stand trial because of his mental capacity, but wasn't nothing wrong with him before then. It's that same old song. Same old song. It's all the same old fucking song. And that same lawyer who knows none of that shit is true is going to become a judge. I told you about the show 7 Seconds, where the dude, where the cop hit the little kid and killed him, and then basically threw him in a ditch and covered him up to cover up the crime, and ends up getting caught for it. And the lawyer comes in and she knows that he did it, and she tells him, shut up, this is what we're going to do, blah, 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 blah. And the whole point that I bring that up is, again, to show that in 7 years, 8 years, 10 years from now, she's going to be a judge. So these are the people, dog, that you trying to give information to that says that, do you hear what the cop said? She handed this nigga like all this paperwork. Do you really think he's going to read that shit?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
The point, the fact to think that he's really going to read that is baffling to me. I want to tell you something about police officers, man. I really want you to realize that they're just regular people. And they're not always the smartest people in the bunch. That's how it rolls. So when you dealing with that, and you dealing with these people, and you handing them all this fucking information, this paperwork, they're not about to read that shit. But the point is, somebody told her that. Somebody taught her that. Somebody came to her and said, listen, sister, you are not such and such, such. You are indigenous, Moorish, American, blah, 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 blah. And the rest is history. Somebody taught her that. Somebody taught her how to interact with a police officer using her nationality. That was taught.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
But the one thing I guarantee the person who taught her that shit didn't show, they didn't have video evidence of them using this shit in real fucking time.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Sabir Bey came out and admitted that he got a driver's license. Why did you get a driver's license, Sabir Bey? You a Moorish American. You don't require to have a driver's license. Even doing business in the commerce, you can do business privately and not have them and then not be associated with them because you're under the treaty. Right? Why the fuck do you have a driver's license? You know why you got one.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
You get one the same reason everybody else gets one. For like renting out houses. You should have seen the driveway on the one he was at. That shit was all cracked up with high ass grass. That means somebody, that's a timeshare, and somebody was coming in and they had to come cut the grass because you heard the lawn man out there. That nigga's so fucking fake. I just want to see pictures on the wall, a couple throw rugs on the floor, shit like that, like you at a person's house. You know that the house is personalized. Because I don't see that shit at all.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
But yeah, man, that's where we're at with this shit, yo. Anybody who's calling themselves a Moor and you're teaching and you're actually teaching people to go out and engage these people that are called law enforcement and engage these people in that manner, meaning when they pulling you over, handing them a whole bunch of fucking paperwork and telling them you're a Moor, you're an L, you're under a treaty. Yo, these people don't understand none of that shit. They don't understand any of that shit, and you're handing them over to these beasts, like, just makes no sense to me. Also, the Moors are Masons challenge. While we talking about the Moors, we went into that already. We heard Hakeem Bey say on multiple occasions that Moors are Masons. He's not the only one who said it. I just want to know, are the Moors going to finally answer that? Because we need a fucking response to that one, man. I want to know why the Moors are being called Mason, if they are. And if they are, why are they not handling all these people who are calling them evil for no other reason? Apparently for no other reason. I don't know, but for no other reason than apparently being, you know what I'm saying, called Moors. I mean, called Mason. And they handed Europeans Freemasonry. We need to talk about that as well. Now, before we go, I did want to talk about something we talked about, but we didn't have a lot of time. So I want you to brace your ears for this voice you're about to hear. Some of you guys, it may disgust some, but just want you to listen.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Shame.
We must begin with this.
Shame. Shame.
Hear me all right. Press 1 if you can hear me all right. Don't want to waste too much time on the internet and life that much more. Anyway, I just want to get down to the basics. Shout out to the people.
He doesn't want to waste time
Shame.
on life.
Shame.
You've done that enough, Kev.
Who support me on my Patreon. Inkush, D-Jack, Ebony Wilson, Marquita, all of the great people who support me.
Did he say D-Jack?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Marquita, all of the great people who support me over there in the super chat as well. Marquita, all of the great, all of the great people.
Let's get to
life that much more. Anyway, I just want to get down to the basics. Shout out to the people who support me on my Patreon. Inkush, D-Jack, Ebony Wilson, Marquita, all.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
D-Jack. D-Jack with the Mick battery in his back. Yes, people, there has been a mix shakeup, a mix shuffle. Paranoid Kev strikes again.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
He rules the Golden Arch Empire with an iron fist. Now, D-Jack was a part of the program over here at Shame TV. He was a regular, you know. And then all of a sudden, D-Jack started coming to the comments and talking shit and shit like that. And it appeared that he had officially became one of the walking McDead. Now, it is all right with me.
Shame. Shame.
A lot of people got turned. Miss Erica Schwarter and all those guys, they got turned. But a patron, someone who is going out and giving this fucking bum their hard-earned money. Giving this bum their hard-earned fucking money. And this nigga turns around and starts accusing him of being somebody who's across the damn country somewhere, doing their thing, working, handling their fucking business. Also, shout outs to my nigga Shots Fired.
Shame. Shame.
Because your name got said today, and it was not the name that was in my head. It was the name that came out. The name that was in my head was the one we're talking about now. D-Jack.
Shame.
With the battery pack in his back.
Shame.
He let this fucking Mick idiot right here put a battery in his back, and then he's tossed him to the wind. Now, I have evidence of this being true. If anybody requires evidence, if anybody says that I'm slandering or just making shit up and talking shit, there is evidence. There's a couple people in this chat right now who are aware that this is factual.
Shame. Shame.
But to all the Walking McDead, on a serious note, listen, man, what more does it take for you guys, man? Sadetta already came out and exposed this fucking clown. Sonetta already came out and showed the world what he was really about. Sonetta already came out and showed the world that this nigga is doing nothing different than what he learned from Polight. If you watch the patterns of this nigga, except for being articulate and you saying, you know what I'm saying, smart thing. Shots is official. It ain't Shots, it's DJ. Yeah, it's just that was a slip-up. That's why I said if I always say something wrong, I'll use the same energy in which I said it wrong or more to make sure I correct it. I'm not going to do anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this fucking McIdiot is fucking hilarious, G. This nigga is fucking hilarious, you know. Like everything this nigga does and everything this nigga says is a fucking work. And it's like looking at that weird ass face is giving me the same Polight feeling. It's like, damn, nigga, it's the same shit with Polight. It's the same way where Polight used to say smart shit. It came out of nowhere because most of us used to watch Side at the platform. So you see this nigga, and then it's like, yo, this nigga's a con. Like, oh, you a fucking fraud, nigga. Like, fuck you. It's the same thing with this fucking idiot. Oh, he said that? Oh, shame, Bill.
Shame. Shame.
See, I didn't know, because I didn't know who the fuck Kev was. McKev. Kev used to say that him and Polight are the same sign. Wow.
We are all of the great people who support me over there in Super Chat as well. Life, that much more. Anyway, I just want to get down to the basics. Shout out to the people who support me on my Patreon. Inkush, D-Jack, Ebony Wilson, Mark Guido.
This is a nigga who told me something that he was doing in regard to workman's comp, etc. So like I said before, when I make certain statements about what the fuck is going on, is because I am a witness with personal first-hand knowledge who can indeed attest to that shit. That's why I'm going back on. So I know what you told me, and you know what you told me, and I even got text messages. Right here. You're a fucking fraud. Sonetta got you by one ball. Just got you. Whatever you want, whatever he want to squeeze, he can just squeeze the life out of your little puny nut ass. Got you by the other. Why the fuck you out here begging people for money, nigga, and you already done scam motherfuckers out of money, nigga?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
You already done scammed the fucking government out of money, nigga. You already done scammed the city of Los Angeles out of money, nigga. I dare you to fucking open your mouth one fucking time and say what I'm saying ain't true, and I'm gonna bury your fucking ass. The same way I knew he's hustling Wi-Fi from the local McDonald's. Customer-friendly Wi-Fi. Yes, this nigga, this nigga pays his whole life is Patreon. First off, we're gonna say this right now. I might cut this off and do a whole stream just for this fact. We might call it Kev Gills, the Section 8 YouTube sensation.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
How a Section 8 YouTuber hustled the city of Los Angeles. Out of workman's comp, nigga. Wasn't nothing wrong with that nigga, yo. Wasn't nothing wrong with you, nigga. Even if, let's just pretend and live in pretend world and say that something was wrong with Kev Kills as far as physically and he couldn't work. Why the fuck you can't do nothing clerical? You mean you could spend 1 billion hours playing video games with 14-year-olds online, nigga? But you mean to tell me you can't? Kev.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Yes, a lot of us, we have so many issues. We all got personal problems and ailments and difficulties and making it through the work week, just getting to work, and people got all types of shit they dealing with. And this grown ass man is gonna come out on fucking YouTube TV in front of our world and say how he can't fucking work. And I personally know that that shit is a fucking lie. That's neither here nor there. I'm just saying you're lying, nigga. I ain't gonna call nobody. I ain't gonna answer no questions from nobody. If they did, I'm just saying, nigga, you're lying. And you're a piece of shit. And you're running your mouth about the wrong person. I told you that shit before. Eventually, yo, the walking McDead will wake up. But D-Jack, you see now, right? Everything when you was running your mouth and niggas wasn't even banging on you back. Niggas was like, yo, G, just step back and look at what happened to Tiff. And look at what happened to this person. Look what happened to that person. Yo, niggas was just saying, nobody cared that much. Except that, yo, we built that page too. That wasn't just his page. Niggas built that page. Not lying to you. Sinetta said it. When Sinetta started replaying the shit that nigga said and talking about how he was calling just to get ideas and shit. Who else said that? Somebody else said that shit. I was like, I told you, nigga. He said he used to do the same thing to me. He used to call me every fucking week, G. 3 to 4 times sometimes a week, yo. Especially if he was, nigga, if that nigga was doing a show, like if you seen, which I know y'all can't stomach, most of y'all, but if you go back and listen to some of his shows, when them shits was dry and then like he'll mute or walk away, but he'll never cut the stream off because that's hustle. I learned that then. I didn't know at the time, but then I learned from that that's hustle. They just leave the stream going because people are still coming in and click on. Most people are attracted to lives, so a lot of people are dropped through just to hear a couple seconds and dip out. But that shit still counts as views, and some people are dropping in here and boom and subscribe, whatever. So anyway, he would do that. He would dip out. He would fucking leave the shit going, dip out, and it'll just be live. Nigga, the next thing you know, nigga, my phone is fucking ringing, or I'm getting a text or some shit from this nigga. Like, yo, what you doing? You trying to talk about something that's going on? Or, yo, what you ain't had nothing new on Sinetta? Or whatever, or one Polight, nigga, you know that shit's true. And you know it's fucking true. Any topic, just something to talk about to get him out of a dead zone. Fuck out of here.
Shame.
It's not your fucking page, nigga. And you see now, D-Jack, you let that nigga you let a meth head, according to Digital Pit Boss. You let a meth head put a battery in your back and have you talking shit. And you can't come back over here. We don't want you. We don't need you. Miss Schwarter with the slick comments, all y'all fucking weird niggas looking weird now. None of you niggas. I don't want no subscription from you on none of my pages. I want to stay Lame TV, who's hating on Kev.
Shame.
We hating
Shame.
on a fucking nigga making
Shame.
$220 a week from YouTube. Nigga, what the fuck? Yo, an $8 an hour, a $6 an hour job would get you that much, nigga. You was a fucking piece of shit. Yo, you well.
Shame. Shame.
It's fucking crazy, this world,
Shame.
man. This YouTube world is not what I expected. I thought I'd get up here, talk my little shit, say what I said. You know, I made a video about Sonetta because at the time when all that shit kicked off and my page like took off from there, like when people coming to me because they liked my input on it. And that's pretty much what I was doing. You know, I started looking into it saying, you know, we got to actually put together a way for us to be able to have a conversation. But that should have never fucking happened if niggas is constantly allowed to come in and they're scam artists. Niggas is allowed to come in and they full of shit. Niggas are allowed to come in and they're not really here for what the fuck they say they're here for. So having a meeting is pointless, nigga, because they're gonna take that shit and go right over here and sell that shit to your enemy, and we're gonna lose. Like, now that's not even, I don't even think that's me being, to me, a fucking child should be able to understand that. I'm not, no, get out of here. I can't tell you my secret. So how are we gonna have a meeting, a unity meeting for us, and nah, nigga, it's not gonna work out like that. So that's why we're here. Shame TV 2. About to close this out, so it's time to say my shout outs to who's in here. Snapella, yes, this nigga, oh, I'm gonna play that before we go. This nigga actually said for you to make a comment on his shit. He wants you to be a Patreon. What? Can y'all see this McIdiot? Look at this fucking nigga, yo. Can you see this nigga, yo? Look at this fucking clown, yo. Look at him. He looks high right there. Yo, look at this fucking jacket. Yo, Kev, you the weirdest nigga ever, man.
All of the great people who support me over there in the super chat as well. I'm going to start running a list through all of my donators who donate me and really support my team and what.
Like you, D-Jack. And then he just kicked your ass to the fucking curb. You was riding hard on him, too. You was talking shit to the nigga.
Shame.
Fuck you, nigga.
Shame.
You was hating on a nigga.
Shame.
Now look at your dumb ass.
And we can only take questions and answers from those who really support the Coffee and Kush brand, what we do here at the fraud department, all of the above, man.
What the fuck is the Coffee and Kush brand? Can somebody please explain that shit to me? Or direct me somewhere where I can see some brand called the Coffee and Kush? Because if you're talking about that little ass fucking circle nigga with that cursive writing on that shirt as a brand, this just sucks, yo. But I like the little layout though. It looks familiar. The way it's actually laid out on the show is familiar. It's awfully familiar. Fuck.
Well, you know, fraud department, all of the above, man. take what I do seriously. I spend enough time doing what I do, and being that I created this, I'm not going to let anybody try to make what I do look foolish or try to intimidate me or my brand or
like Sinetta did.
Try to intimidate me or my brand or try to intimidate me or my brand or I do. And being that I created this, I'm not going to let anybody try to make what I do look foolish or try to intimidate me or my brand or try to come against me or my brand. But there's a fine line between, there's a fine line between, shit talking and beef and whatever they call this YouTube 102nd Street over there, that Sinetta shit. If anybody goes against them, they just back attack.
You don't go against Sinetta. You want to be Sinetta. Shame TV too. Shout out to D-Jack for getting tossed out of Kev Row.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
For getting tossed out of Kev Row. Bitch ass nigga. Well, this boogie voice, yes. I could probably come up with something.
Much more. Anyway, I just want to get down to the basics. Shout out to the people who support me on my Patreon. Inkush, D-Jack, Ebony Wilson, Mark Guida, all of the great people who support me over there in the super chat as well. I'm going to have to start running a list through all of my donators who donate me and really support my team. And we can only take questions and answers from those who really support the Coffee and Kush brand.
Shame.
Y'all niggas are some fucking idiots if y'all is fucking donating money to this motherfucker to take a question from this nigga, yo. Shame TV too, man. We out, G.